Hey guys, my name is Ryan, and when guys first start thinking about upgrading their wardrobe, they're usually a little nervous because they think that they're gonna have to spend a lot of money, especially on shoes, because shoes usually cost more than a shirt or like a regular pair of pants. Now, if you want to upgrade your wardrobe for as little money as possible, I'm gonna talk about why you will never need to buy another pair of shoes if you don't want to, once you have one pair of white sneakers. Now, even though it sounds crazy to only have one pair of shoes, the point in having an all-around shoe is that you'll never need to worry about matching, and you know that you'll always have one pair of shoes that can go with whatever you're wearing. This just takes the guesswork out of This just takes the guesswork out of picking an outfit, and it helps you know that you'll always be looking good. So in this video, we're going to be going over why white sneakers work so well, why they work with so many outfits, and why they give you the best bang for your buck. You know what else gives a really good bang for your buck? Hitting that like button below, because it really helps me out and it lets YouTube know that people enjoy videos like this. So, for some context, my name is Ryan and I'm 24 years old. I work a normal 9-to-5 job in technology consulting. Yeah, I know, fun. But I love talking about fashion and personal finance. Back when I was in college, I used to have so many shoes. I had like 30 or more pairs. It was pretty ridiculous. Even though I didn't start college with that many, every year I found myself buying more and then more and then more and then more. So I would tell myself that I'm done and I'm not going to buy anything else, but as soon as you tell yourself that there's a sale or a new sneaker gets released or something else comes up, and then it just keeps making you buy more shoes. Now, there's nothing necessarily wrong with buying shoes, don't get me wrong, but I noticed that some of my pairs got worn a ton while others barely got any use at all. For example, one time Vans had a sale and I ended up buying 2 pairs of Authentics, one black pair and one red pair. The black pair I would wear all the time. I would wear it to class, I'd wear it on the weekends, I'd wear it to hang out with friends, I'd wear it to go eat. But the red pair, I just never really wore that much because I didn't think they were as versatile, they didn't go with as many clothes, and they're more of like a statement shoe. But as a result, the black pair got really beat up and the red pair just kind of sat on the shelf and it just kind of collected dust. And I think to this day, I only wore them about like 3 or 4 times. But since I've graduated, I've cut down my collection to about 12 pairs, and while that's still a lot, that's definitely a lot better than 30. But out of all my shoes, by far the most versatile one is the white sneaker. Why do I say that the white sneaker is the best shoe to have in your collection? Before we talk about why it's the best shoe to have, let's get a little more specific in what kind of shoe that I'm talking about. When I say white sneaker, I'm talking about a white lace-up shoe that is made from leather, has minimal branding, and has no or very minimal colors. So this means it's not going to be a slip-on, it's not a dad shoe, it's not going to be anything that looks like the Nike Huarache or the Air Max or like the Free Run or the Adidas Ultra Boost, Yeezys, you get the idea. I'm just talking about a minimal white leather sneaker. The reason why I say that a white sneaker should be made from leather is because leather is very refined, it's very classy, and you can dress it up or dress it down. Because they're so versatile, white sneakers can be worn in pretty much any situation you think of. I say almost because there's going to be a smart guy that comes up with a counter argument and where it would be bad to wear them, but if I could only pick one pair of shoes to wear forever, I would pick white sneakers. And that's exactly what I did. Let me explain. So as I said before, I work a regular 9-to-5 job in tech consulting, and last winter I went on a 2-week training that was sponsored by my company. So we were told voice crack. So we were told that we would be there for 2 whole weeks, including weekends. So essentially we would be living there day in and day out. Although my company said that we were allowed to check bags so that we can bring as many clothes as we want, I wanted to pack as lightly as I can just because I don't like having a whole lot of stuff with me when I travel. I try to be as minimal as I can. When packing, one of the hardest things to consider is what shoes do I bring, because shoes take up the most room both on the luggage or in a backpack or whatever it is. They told us that we could bring more comfortable footwear, but then it still had to be business casual or business appropriate. So what did I bring? Well, you guessed it, I brought a pair of white sneakers for the entire 2 weeks. So, like I said, those 2 weeks were day in and day out, so I had to wear that one pair of white sneakers for everything. For work, for play, hanging out on the weekends, going out to meals, and even going to the gym. I wore them all day. But the beauty of white sneakers is that they go with everything. You know, I could wear them with a turtleneck, I could wear them with like a button-up and chino pants, or I could wear them with like a sweater or cardigan, and I knew that they would match everything. It's an all-around shoe that I knew was going to match any outfit, and when I was getting ready each morning, I knew exactly what I was going to be wearing on my feet. And because it was for work, we had to be ready every day at 8 in the morning, so not having to pick a shoe was one less thing to worry about. But yeah, white sneakers work well with every outfit, and you can wear them for any occasion. It really doesn't matter. You can wear them to go to school, you can wear them to go to work, you can wear them to go on a date, to go to church, to go to a bar. You can wear them to a club, but they might get dirty at the club. You can wear them hiking, you name it. But they work so well and will continue working well because they're simple, they're clean, and they are timeless. Now, if my white sneakers worked well for me for 2 weeks straight, I know that they can work for you too. So even though I wore my white sneakers for 2 weeks straight, they have been around and in style for decades. And if you don't believe me, one of the most popular white sneakers that you can get on the market today is called the Adidas Stan Smith. What makes these so popular is that they're leather, they have minimal branding and colors, they have a clean silhouette, and they have a low profile. The Adidas Stan Smith was first introduced in the 1960s, and they're still being worn today. Now that is timeless. But you know what else is timeless? Smashing that like button for the YouTube algorithm because it really helps me out, and that's always in style. But going back to the Stan Smith, I think it is a fantastic shoe, and I owned a pair myself a few years ago. But that wasn't my first white sneaker. Remember, I had over 30 pairs of shoes at one point. Now, I want my channel to be a cool combination of fashion and finance, so now let's talk about the money aspect of white sneakers. Why did I move my hands like that? Because white sneakers are so popular, they're made by a ton of different brands and at all kinds of different price points. Some are cheap, but some can cost like a couple $100s. From my experience in owning a bunch of different shoes, there are 4 different categories that a white sneaker can fall under. There's cheap, there's entry level, there's quality, and then there's high end. The cheap category usually ranges from about $1 to $40, and these shoes usually just get the look down, have a very basic silhouette, but the quality of materials is usually not the best. Next, we have the entry level category. Shoes in the entry level category usually will go around $75, and there is definitely an increase in quality and in how long the shoe will last you. If you want to spend a little bit more money, now we go into the quality category. The quality category will be made with, well, you guessed it, quality materials. And usually you'll start to see features like full grain leather or margam soles or wax laces, etc. And you really can't go wrong, especially for the price that you're paying. And last but not least, for anyone that wants to spend like a high baller, we have the high-end category. Shoes in the high-end category are usually made from high quality and premium materials, and usually there is a designer or like an expensive brand behind the shoe. Now, I have owned white sneakers in all 4 of these categories, and I can definitely say that there are noticeable differences between each of the different categories. But now you're probably wondering what shoe or what shoe category is going to give me the best value. Now, a lot of times on YouTube, people will talk about how something is really versatile or something gives you good value, but no one really specifies and what that means exactly. So today, I'm going to break down 4 different shoes that I have owned or currently own, and I'm going to calculate how much it costs to own each of them with what I call the cost per use thing. Now, the 4 shoes I'm going to be talking about are, in the cheap category, I have the H&M canvas sneakers. In the entry-level quality, I have the Adidas Stan Smith. In the quality category, I have the Oliver Cabell Low Ones. And in the high-end category, I have the Common Projects Achilles Low. Now, chances are that you already own at least 1 pair of shoes if you're watching this video. I'm sorry if I'm generalizing, but I'm going to assume that the majority of you have at least 1 pair somewhere. I mention this because if you only have 1 pair of shoes and you decided to buy a pair of white sneakers, this is how much value you can get out of them. So when I first bought a pair of canvas sneakers from H&M, I paid $20 for them. That's right, just $20. The price has gone up a little bit, but prices go up as time goes on too. So for our $20 shoe, we're going to be assuming that we wear them 3 times a week, every week for the entire year. So if we have 3 times a week times 52 weeks, that is 156 wears. Now, I say 3 times a week because let's assume that you wear your white sneakers 2 times during the weekends, let's say Saturday and Sunday, and you wear them 1 time during the work or school week, and the other 4 days, you're going to be wearing the 1 pair of shoes you already own. So 3 times a week. Now, if you wear this shoe 156 times per year, for $20, it comes out to about 13 cents per wear. 13 cents. Now, I don't know about you, but if the average cost comes out to just a few cents, that doesn't sound like a bad deal to me. But keep in mind that is the cheap category H&M canvas sneakers for $20. If we go up to our entry level category, we have the Adidas Stan Smith. Now, the Adidas Stan Smith really fluctuates in price. For retail on Adidas website, it's about $75 to $80, but a lot of times you can find a good sale or a discount or a coupon code, and it brings it down to about $60. So that's the price point we're going to be going with today. So if we take our Adidas Stan Smith for $60 and then we divide it by the same 156 wears like last time, it averages out to about 38 cents per use, and that is a great deal if you ask me. And to be honest, with how long I had my Adidas Stan Smiths and for how many times I wore them, I definitely used them more than 156 times per year. So the next shoe we're going to be talking about is in the quality category. Now, a lot of people are often pretty nervous to spend about $150 on a shoe just because that's a lot of money for something you wear on your feet. However, shoes in this category are usually made with higher quality materials and they last a lot longer just for paying a little bit more. So even though the price tag around $150 is a little intimidating, know that you can still get good mileage and good value from them. Now the shoes in the quality category are the Oliver Cabell Low Ones, and as you can see, I have really worn mine down. Yeah, just take a look. These have gotten some use. So these are actually the shoes that I brought with me to my 2-week training for work, and these are the ones that I wore day in and day out, all day, every day. I wore them for the work day, I wore them for networking events, I wore them to eat, I wore them to go to the gym. These were just my all-rounders. Now, the price I paid for the Oliver Cabell Low Ones was about $180, and I know that's quite a bit. Even though I know the price tag is high, I know that it's made with good materials, I know it's going to last a long time, I know it's going to match with any outfit, and I know that I'm going to be keeping it for years to come. If we take our $180 price tag and we divide it by the 156 wears per year, it comes out to about $1.15 per use. Now, considering I wore these for 2 weeks straight and I'm going to be wearing them time and time again, I don't really think that that's too bad. Now, last but not least, we have our high-end category, and the high-end shoe we're going to be talking about is the Common Projects Achilles Low. Now, as you can see, these are really clean because I haven't really worn these. I haven't really needed to leave the house, so they're in great condition. Now, a lot of fashion and streetwear enthusiasts call this the pinnacle white sneaker. Like, this is as good as it's gonna get, and it comes with a pretty hefty price tag to match. Now, to buy a pair of Common Projects Achilles Low, it's gonna cost you about $410.
$410? What am I, made of money?
Now, I know you guys are looking at that price tag and thinking, why does a pair of shoes cost the same amount to fly from New York to California? Well, not right now. Now, that is kind of a ridiculous amount that you're just gonna walk on and get dirty.
Oh my gosh, this guy is such a bad influence. Oh my gosh, Ryan, I thought you said you were cheap and that you were frugal. What is this? Yeah, why would I take out my entire life savings just to buy one pair of shoes? This guy sucks. He just encourages us to buy overpriced stuff that we can't even afford.
First off, before I get flamed in the comment section, I did not pay full price and I did not pay $410 for the pair of shoes. I know someone at Nordstrom, and if you know someone at Nordstrom, you can get a Nordstrom employee discount. And secondly, even though the price tag is high, if we apply the same cost per use principle to it, then it really isn't that bad. So let's take a look. If you only have one pair of shoes and then you bought a pair of Common Projects Achilles Low, you would pay $410 for them retail. With that $410 price tag, if we divide it by 156 wears per year, because remember, 3 times a week for 52 weeks is 156, it comes out to about $2.63 per year. So even though $2.63 is higher than the other shoes we looked at, especially the H&M shoe for 13 cents per use, $2.63 is not that bad if you're enjoying the shoe, if you know it's made with good materials, and you know that you're going to be keeping it for a long time. Common Project shoes are made with really high quality materials and they last a long time. So if we keep using them at the same rate we did in the previous year, then the cost per use goes even further. If we wear these shoes 3 times per week for 52 weeks, that comes out to 156 uses per year. But if we wear that the same amount for the second year, then that is 312 uses per 2 years. So if we take the $410 price tag, we divide it by 312 uses over 2 years, that comes out to about $1.31 per use. In my opinion, a cost per use of $1.31 for a shoe that was made with high quality materials is going to last forever and I can wear them with anything really isn't that bad of a deal. So as you can see, even paying for a high-end pair of white sneakers really doesn't amount to that much when you wear them so frequently. And anything in a less expensive category just gives you more bang for your buck. This is why I say that if you buy a pair of white sneakers, you technically never have to buy another pair of shoes again if you don't want to, because they're so versatile. And like I said before, the best part is that they work with casual clothes and dressier clothes too. I hope this video is helpful in explaining how one pair of shoes can be so versatile and how one pair of shoes can work so well with your wardrobe. And if you like this video, please white sneaker stomp the like button. Please give the like button a white sneaker stomp. Even though I've bought a lot of shoes in the past, having good style doesn't mean you have to spend a ton of money. But if you do splurge on something more expensive, make sure that you can get good usage out of it and you make sure it's worth its price tag. Leave a comment down below on what shoe or what shoe category you think is most worth your money, or just leave a comment if you have any other thoughts about anything else I talked today. Please subscribe if you want to see more content like this in the future, and I'll also be posting another video this week. Thank you so much for watching, and make sure you stay financially fashionable.